places actually bid, you know, give them money to run for them too.
Not gonna come out of those units and what, they work hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they were working. And the wife was in it for.
Yeah.
I guess we get one thing.
Yeah, we get to have some tournaments down there. But that's one thing, you know, years ago when we first contracted with my council then. And I think Joseph was another, then I asked him to get some big tournaments here. So that, it took them that long to get that going, so we just got decided. The sales tax and lodging revenues not to, you know, just. It's a showcase.
You know, we have some nice figures and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah, and they can be trying, and they need some other things too, for this tournament, so it's 62 teams, is that what the final number was, something like that. You multiply that times the number of kids, times 2 or 3 that come with each family, and, you know, yeah,
I think the hotels.
they were estimating 5,000 to 7,000. I mean, that being tough.
I think Ricky said if they finally decide that about 5,000 came through. No, I got a picture, we took a picture of one of the fields. And it is from this line, 3, 5 deep, umbrellas and stuff, and all this people everywhere.
He did decide regarding the drinks, so you know, talking about. Yes. The what is the AAYS people that were running the gate were not being strict enough. They're not supposed to be bringing any drinks in.
They
They
didn't
won't
get the memo out, you guys.
Yeah.
They were supposed to send out a memo, no cooling.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that, and then all the people, teams and stuff, were bringing
All stuff, so they would have sold a lot more drinks,
you know.
and if the weather didn't bother too, of course.
Now, a lot of the tournaments like that I've seen, they'll let the team itself run one cooler in for the kids, you know, not play it, and the kids, but, that's just something that's gonna be more strict on the next time.
Learning curve.
But we can use the drinks at 4th of July.
No, Pepsi don't take them back.
Yeah.
He just got something.
It was like a whole 18.
I heard something maybe $25.
And they did sell some, nowhere near what they had. Anything else on that tournament? So we'll look to hear from them more in the future. The budget hearing update. One little change, which I think Nick and I talked a while ago, Tuesday, if that's council meeting. But what we'll do is, we're gonna fill about 30 minutes a month, 5 to 5:30 to have the council meeting. And, and then we'll have him from 5:30 to 6:37, whenever.
He don't need much time. He ain't gonna ask for anything.
Yeah, y'all just go on and improve mine.
No, we're not gonna give you anything that way.
I'm just gonna get anything whatever you want.
So that Tuesday, the 18th, we'll have council, usually takes about 30 minutes, 5:30. And I have council meeting, go into the work session. And here from Mr. Lance. He's got nutrition, community house, and custodian. And then the other days will be as they show. Right, so the next item, any other questions on that? Next item is the leave policy. And that was in regards to what was Captain Eddie brought to us last time. I think the mayor had went out and signed the policy for this thing.
A good comparison.
Yeah.
When did that same thing?
The mayor sent it. I'm not sure when he sent it to y'all. He sent it to your personal emails, he said. The policy for Vestavia Hills is that they don't allow the buyback of time. They actually put so much towards your sick time, and then whatever is left for vacation, you can use it, or, hours after a certain limit, they lose their time. And we can only put so much towards sick time because it has a cap on it too.
You know, thing is, I don't know what the comparison is, how they're staffing it, they're full time.
Mhm,
I mean, they're full time, there's no volunteers,
mhm.
so therefore, their situation can be very different. That's the thing, keep being here is if he takes his time, then you're gonna have some another fireman working in place that's gonna cost us not only regular time, overtime. That's different with us versus. That's why we need a comparison with somebody that would be similar to that. I understand why they do that. That's what would be great for us to do.
Mhm.
You got 35.
Similar in size and demographic, right?
Yeah, well, and somebody that does, has a full-time staff and volunteers to supplement, they don't have any volunteers, I'm quite sure of that. Go by a couple of stations, and go through it there, they're file codes they're looking at.
So do you want to wait until I can get some, like a similar?
Good luck. I didn't get it.
You get it? Yeah, did you get it? Gail said there was something showed up on the thing, so.
So within this policy, did it describe the true definition of hardship?
No,
I think that's what it's going to be.
That was what he was trying
Yeah.
to say is some base start.
he said it was in the policy, but it's not. I looked through there twice, and maybe it was in an old one. I don't know.
Staff and all, say the other department, that the firemen can probably work around. You miss one, you want them all there, but you got 4 on shift at least, and you got 1 out. Then you still got your other folks. Michael, he's got 50 folks out there, 1 or 2 out. Made a difference there.
If
That's the uniqueness of all.
So the final decision was to see if we can find any other similar policies.
I think that
And
would
if possible, similar size. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them out there. But I would be interested too to see if any of them allow the purchase, sale. Without, buy the vacation. All right, on, so, in regards to leave policy, we've had somewhat of an informal policy in the past of salaried people to be able to generate comp time and be able to take it later, when they work overtime, they work an extra shift or whatever. Well, in the police department, we're about to be down 9 officers plus lieutenant Davenport's gonna be retiring soon. So, they're gonna be putting in a lot of extra hours to cover it, so. I talked with Chief earlier, and I think Captain is coming to the meeting, but, She was wanting us, since they're shorthanded, to consider maybe paying some of that comp time when they're working. Doing things that are not their normal job. Or covering shift for another officer.
That's kind of same thing as this other, isn't it? You're gonna pay somebody one way or the other, right?
Instead of accumulating comp time, because so many hours of comp time, they wouldn't be able to take it. Into years.
So we don't have an employee.
So we're gonna be down from full staff.
Mhm.
I think that's just one.
We need to look at some things, you know, help generate interest in working here.
We gotta find out what's missing retention.
Yeah, that was a thing and discussed about, we gave that raise across the board. We needed to still put the money towards the area where we need to keep people. And necessarily throw all that money out to everybody, so we're gonna be in tight now, we have to come up with more, and we're getting close on money allowable to spend.
Now, there should be, as far as her budget, payroll budget, there should be plenty of payroll money available.
Yes, yeah,
The extra shifts that were budgeted for that.
but as far as getting full staff and maintaining it,
Full staff on patrol is having to.
Most of them is four, and some of them will be five, you know, investigators.
And the other week, on two, on the Saturday night. I mean, we need to make sure we've got 4 people to go shoot.
Yeah, I think she said every shift right now has 3, except for one, that has 2.
So we need them a weekend,
Well, there's no way to be that.
or Saturday.
Oh, see. But yeah, I agree, and I'm not even like that, if having 5, if you ever accumulate that, then you have an extra. Whatever.
It's just hard finding people to work right now who want to work.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to work.
She does have 2 in the academy coming out soon.
Yeah.
So, I think she said in August, one of these, not only we're talking about. The year from about August time. She and her husband.
Mhm.
So be thinking on that, and then kind of chew on that idea of the comp time. They'll get some comp time and have it not accumulate so high. So they aren't able to take the time. Or they leave us in a bind if they do take the time. Everybody relatively good with anybody ever make it fun. Look at it more. We can be looking at maybe somebody sign on bonus again and say we get some extra money. We did that last time.
was that still in effect?
Is that something we're still doing to me?
Think so. That's on bonus for everybody.
No, it wasn't forever. She only had 7 during that motion that y'all made for the sign-on bonus, and those was the 7 that got the sign-on bonuses. So she hasn't had none since then. If y'all do like a resolution, then we can put it, I can make it permanent for them.
Her only request was as far as the payment, not to make it so far out, because a lot of them use moving expense or something. Not a fan.
Yeah, this one was this was a year. They had to be here a year before they could get the bonus.
So
Yep.
it was a year before that.
Mhm.
But there would have to be some type of clawback. Didn't say, but those are great
Construction
too.
companies do it, do that, but there's a lot of them do a sign bonus, but it's out there well before you get it.
Okay, Tim has got before us some, debris that they list. Resolution. Anything we want to comment on that? Tim?
So the nuisance resolution regarding the pool at 58
Millsap Street or Avenue. It's an absentee owner and an absentee tenant. I had somebody deliver paperwork to the address of the owner in South Carolina. And it is a flat, empty lot. There's not even a building. That owner is also at that holding company. Is also involved in a major lawsuit against the state of Pennsylvania has a lawsuit against them. So we sent letters to them. We got no response back. I'm declaring it a public nuisance. The pool doesn't have a fence around it. It's full of water. It's black water. So it's a health issue. It's a safety issue for a child falling in the water. I listed several of those public nuisance descriptions on the resolution. And in 30 days, I submit refill the pool.
Hey, Tim, number 3 on the sheet. We've been working on that for about 10 years. We haven't, I mean, we just can't get.
You on the wrong one, Miss Delma. He on the number 4 resolution. Did you give them this one?
No, he was talking about it, as soon as you.
Oh, but he on a different resolution is what he's
You want me to-
explaining. Yeah, you can.
Let me Xerox this for y'all, you want me to just describe, because this is what we signed.
That's the pool nuisance right there.
Yeah.
You didn't give it.
Well, this is identified new.
That's weed and debris.
All right, yeah, then I said that. No, they didn't get this one.
Okay, let me Xerox this for y'all. real quick.
And this is some we've already.
That's on the story.
You got the right one, Ms. Delma. It was just the one that he was talking about. It's a different resolution from which I was looking at. Mhm.
That's the one that we just, that we've already put, assessed the tax. For this, yeah, he was referring to this new list. Resolution.
No, this is totally different. He didn't give it to you. That's what it was. So you hadn't seen it yet.
That's it. His. This is probably the mistake.
I did, but I don't have another name. Okay. So I'll go by one that I. You know, those abatements go against the tax record, not necessarily the person on the list. So if it's changed hands, you're.
Exactly.
Correct. Whoever holds the title.
Right.
So in another situation, we just had. Somebody was upset because their name was listed, but they had sold the property, but they had just sold the property and it wasn't cleared through the courthouse. So the law says you go by what's on the tax record. So that's what I do. Because you can't track down everybody. If there's a change and you don't know it, you're good.
So these are exhibit A, that's the ones you need to set up public here.
Yes, sir.
And you guys. We'll also set a public hearing on the approval of a resolution. To the standard list.
Mhm.
Okay, any other questions on weed debris or food? Anyone else you want to say? So the next item is the chamber requesting a half-fee waiver to the community house for tasting and liquor. Something pretty standardly done in the past few years. Landlord recommends. We'll do a charge of $30 per ticket for the event. It's gonna happen on November 2nd, 2024. We'll do classified as a fundraiser. The proceeds are donated to a local church organization within the counties. Any other questions there? The next is the cost confirmation resolution. We debris that's already been taken care of. Right, that's here's 5 properties. That's the resolution. So. One on the side, on Maple Street, and one on London Street. At least to see the. But those have already been cut. And it's
Sam,
just assessing
Is that the one you was talking
the
about?
cost.
Is that the one you was talking about? Okay.
All right, the next item is changing the date for the July 4th council meeting. The mayor's only request there is that we not move it to the 3rd on Mondays. You guys want to try and meet another day that week, or you want to dump it to the following week? Which need to give to meet the time to get the notice posted.
Hmm.
The changes. Carry on. That's what come.
Yeah, I'll be able to be ready. Yeah.
You're gonna be.
No, I'll be back.
Okay, you're.
I can't do it on the 3rd.
Yeah, I'll miss the 11th, but anybody else will be good. Is that good with you, Commissioner?
I'm fine.
Change July 4th, cancel it. That's 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, they'll be back to back.
Yeah, that's right. 19.
That's fine with everybody.
Is everybody good? Or? Yeah. The only other option we need to try to do it on Thursday. But if you want to do it, we do have a notice of resignation from Jimmy Moody due to a couple reasons in which to go ahead and resign from his part-time positions. Yes. And we have another letter here from Lieutenant Davenport, who did requesting retirement. In conjunction with that, we'll be discussing, that he's requesting that the city consider him to be allowed to use his annual and sick leave between now, which he says, June 19th, maybe wrote the letter, and October 1st. So he has 548.5 hours of sick leave accumulated, and he has 300 hours of annual leave. So 848.5 hours. And if I use up all of that in the time, still have some left to do that.
He'll still have some left.
And that'll give him time to make the arrangements for retirement during that time. He says he's worked under, with the letter if you want. He's worked his way through the ranks. Probably investigation. Task for starting a special response team here and. He said, I've worked under 2 chiefs, 3 captains, 4 mayors. You have questions there? Don't have any time. So, any other, y'all got any questions or discussion? You can sit down. Or this, yes. Been through. Is there anything else? Maybe cover. Council members have anything else? Yes. Yeah, well, we get pretty close to 4 or 5 days on that. We're fine.
We're not quite on that yet. We're close. There's the odd times between some of them. Meetings.
Probably by next meeting.
Yeah.
Any department heads, have anything we need to bring up? Just ride y'all with it pretty well.
I got you for you then.
I got a question, I guess, to do with Mr. Lashley. Did you ever get those people on Monroeville Street? Or did y'all go by there and pick up? I wrote you that,
I wrote him a letter.
where's it going?
Okay.
Thank you.
Do we have anything else right now? We adjourn until our council meeting at 5.
You know,
He drives here. You think they got something? Big old shed in Monroeville, we'll go off, big old shed there. Some of the sheds, they, million to. For lumber. You probably. That's. That's stuff from somewhere. I'll look at it. No, that ain't got to. Oh, I'm just going like here. Yes. It is. I find $5 and 89. This is.
When I was down, they get. We was down
They
there.
got water when they had to be.
Is that Jimmy that?
Terry.
Terry.
Oh,
Got it. You call them in. They all coordinate.
But it is. They pay, they're tuition off. They pay 3 years. Hey, all the way back to the tree.
You're using them to discuss. I'm out of that conversation. Let me call.
She didn't, I didn't ask them. She just came about. Yeah, Tracy.
All the shade you got. She got it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Just fast. Y'all are.
It's gonna hurt the rich.
I was gonna give you a day. That's all I ever. Last 3 times I was open. I'm over. Then have a real live chicken man at 34. Boy, you can't be on the way. I went by 7 o'clock in the morning, they were already playing ball on this Saturday. It was about 6:30. Yeah. No, man said he got through very early. I don't think some of them got 2 o'clock Saturday. You reckon I'm making what? I guess or something. They're in between. There's a motor, there's a crowd. And they to my whole time. They waited on it.
Yeah, she liked it, you know, she's doing.
But he didn't go back.
I told you.
So there's no expense windows on the older. Some of it was still exact.
Do y'all want to do something about something?
Okay.
Like, take all them
Yeah, I'm in a-
prayers down, go to the police station and redo that part, the asphalt part. Do y'all want to do brick treating or just? Well, we need brick first. Yeah, now they starting to, the only bad thing about it, when we try to take the stumps out, from with the pavement for more. Okay, but do y'all want to do something with the pavement now?
That's what you got. Right, you don't need to repaint.
Well-
Crosswalks too, maybe do all that.
Yeah, but now, to do that brick print, it's gonna need to be heated up, reprinted, and then repainted. I forget what that quote was, like several years ago, but I want to say it was 20-some thousand. Yeah, so you know, now, you know, with the cost of painting all going up, you may be looking at $30,000 for all of that.
Pears and maybe some of the cedar shrubs, you know, that's kind of green.
Well, yeah, now them cedars, you know, there was a couple of, one of them blew over and then one of them died. Yeah, no, they leave them. It's like, but,
Does Leland's also don't like locations where the roots get stay wet? So if they're anywhere in that flat area.
Get money, low out, road, need to go back, go down on the time. Take a right, go south, take a right across the child park shop on the right. Oh, when you take care of that, now they're hanging in the middle of the road, we can look at it. It gets now all over right here.
oh, yeah.
You're big up on the border and take it all.
We've been from
July 7th.
I know you agree, maybe.
July 7th.
July the 7th. We got an expert coming to show us how to trim. So we don't know how.
They go out, we tell you some big 50 miles.
He's an expert.
Tim,
You know, that tree never.
when do
took
you
a
want to
paint
set
that
these, since they said July 11th? For the next-
That tree belongs out in the big old.
They said a July 11th for the next meeting. We're placing that,
So let me
so
count it up.
Got 8 years old. You
More
know,
about
part
that.
of it,
It's on there, 18, but that's-
It's cheaper to go back to grass and stuff.
Man, every time I'm like, right, I don't know, who gets it. Now, I put it way out. And turn it on, and I know it does, something like that. I'll set it back there. It's good water.
Trade show.
Is that what I'm saying? And I see that's probably a good way to be. One of the things that they're. Involved.
To make us know.
That's my baby's birthday.
I'm not my birthday.
Your birthday is in April. You can be my baby too, but. So for both of them, August 1st.
And you rush. This, part of the deal, everything. Well, now, me, what's that skill? I know what out there. I know what they're still on. Didn't see me in email. I've been about it a while back. All that. Somebody bought any, I think any is bought. I think it's somebody bought one. Somebody in my ears. Andy should have got it. So, it's right there by city. Your email. Then you can almost, I get what that is. It's gonna beat this. There's somebody walking out here, no, they, we walking out there. Unless they'll change something. Well, I don't think it's a different competition on this area after over here. They do the same thing, so.
I'll get a break or something. You said get a break or something. So y'all got the phones, right? Y'all got the phones, right?
Trying to get that phone.
Okay.
It ain't work.
It's not working. Like at all?
You pick it up, and ain't that?
Okay. What about yours?
Hey, they're bringing both miles.
Oh, your second one supposed to go.
In the shop. We got a shop phone and an office phone.
Okay.
And see, the way the folks be set up, my phone and office supposed to be able to answer either line. The one out there in the shop only rings on the shop number.
Did you tell them that they come by there?
I've done told folks ever since we started this stuff, and I told Frontier back when they was patting them left. I told Frontier, they said, no, you ain't got number one line coming in. I said, no, we don't.
Okay.
Since Foster was over it, there's been 2 times.
I know one thing.
Michael will, I'll fix it for you.
Every time the phone rings, it sends me an email. Oh, Lord.
That's actually nice though, because if you miss a call, then you know who called you. You just don't want to know who called you.
If we got 7 phones, and it rings on all 7 phones, it says 7 emails.
I know you said something.
Well,
about it.
mine only sends it if they like dial my extension, then it sends the email. But for theirs,
So like I remember, well, I guess that we also, the police number, it's on all the phones, but it sends me an email for every call that rings.
does it do that at the police station too?
Tell me I could- You could transfer that number to my cell phone.
Yeah, so I'm waiting on him to tell me.
I already need a secretary to help me answer.
Look, Michael, that's why you got a cell phone. My goodness. He don't care. Most of the time he's not even there, so he don't know. Yeah.
Way out of that.
Yeah, I saw the email. I said mine to Chris and Peggy. It's fine, they just been related messages. I had to change mine today because I had to go in there and prove the audits that they're about to do. Well, hopefully she doesn't change it without you knowing. Mhm. Okay. We're just gonna have to total it up. Mhm. Cause she won our total for the step rate. But the step, did the step rate just happen in December? I thought that was just only, I think that's only the, they didn't happen in December. Yeah, so that was his, that would, yeah, that would have been the bonus one that she was talking about. You was right, the 97.5. Yeah. I think she read the minutes wrong. Because I had to, the way I had to write it is how.
It's 5:00. We'll call this meeting to order. We have Mr. Troy Williams up here, from Stone Baptist Church, remember? He's gonna offer the invitation.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, bless the people in the city of Monroeville. Bless the people who lead us in our community. Give them wisdom and courage to do what's right, good, and true. Guide them by your spirit of love and justice. In Jesus' name, amen.
Everyone turn and face the flag. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You did a great job.
Great job.
Yeah.
Okay, we have minutes before the council. We have a work session from June 6th. We've got 3 public hearings from June 6th and a regular meeting from June 6th. Like to hear a motion that we approve that? I'll make a motion. Second, any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? The items for action. We were going to update our budget hearing dates, the official dates on that are Monday, July 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. With all the various groups reporting into us and departments of the city. The only change we'll make is we'll start approximately 5:30 on Tuesday. It's council. Like to hear a motion, we approve the updated budget hearing dates.
I make that motion.
Thank you, Bill. We need a second. Got a second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, we have the chambers request for had fee waiver on the community house for the Taste of Monroeville on November 2nd, 2023. Want to ask for a motion to extend that half fee waiver.
I so moved.
Thank you. Need a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Next on the list is the approval of the date change for the council meeting. Originally, it was planned for July 4th. And the council is going to change that to July 11th, a week later. Any motion to make that change, please? Need a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? No, we need the necessary time to make the notifications.
Unless y'all have a different time that you want to come in. It's-
No, I'm saying that'll give you time to get the notice.
Yes, I'll put it in the paper.
I'm assuming we'll do a work session.
Mhm.
All right, so the next item on the action is the approval to set a public hearing for a pool abatement. This is something that Tim's been working on for us. Resolution 23-06-004. We're actually just setting the public hearing for it, not passing the resolution tonight. Right, okay. So do you want to elaborate any on that in regards to safety issues, public safety issues?
No, we'll do that, the other one.
Okay, public hearing. So we're just asking for a public hearing to be set
For August 1st.
August 1st to be the date.
Yes, sir.
That'll be 4:50.
5.
4:55.
Mhm.
So I'm asking for a motion to set the public hearing on the pool nuisance, August 1st at 4:55. Motion, please. Take a motion. We need a second.
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, so item E is also setting a public hearing for weed and debris abatements. This is a new set of 8 properties that the city compliance officer has identified. Public hearing also would be August 1st. Correct?
Yes, sir. That one's gonna be at 4:50.
August first. Asking for a motion to have the public hearing that day, August 1st, 4:50.
So move.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, so the next item is the resolution 2023-06-002 to confirm the cost on 5 properties that have already been abated and mowed. So this is a resolution regarding 54 Millsap Street, 89 North Goff Drive, 67 East Wiggins, 85 Maple Street, and 56 Linden Street. All those properties have been cut. We're asking for a motion to pass that resolution.
The cost corporation.
I make a motion. We need a second.
That's it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, so the new item G is in regards to Mr. Jimmy Moody, a long time employee of the city, needing to resign effective effective June 5th. For this part-time position in public works. It says he's enjoyed working with all of us along with his fellow employees in public works. Due to health reasons, he needs to resign. Need a motion to accept that resignation. I make a motion. Need a second.
That's it.
Any discussion? All in favor? And any opposed? All right, the last item, the items for action is the asking for a motion to approve the retirement of Lieutenant Michael Davenport from the police department. He's also requesting the use of annual leave from June 19th to October 1st, which would be his official retirement day. He says he respects everybody at Monroeville Police and he's confident the department will continue to go forward and become stronger, smarter, and better in its service to the community. Given over 20 years of service, so we appreciate that. We have a motion to approve that retirement and use of the annual leave.
That's a move.
Don't need a second. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, next on the agenda is the matters to be presented by the mayor and the council. So we brought everything from the mayor's office.
Mhm.
The council members have anything?
I just want to. Oh, I'm going to. Absolutely. Yeah. You look good for it.
Dressed up too. No action on from the council. Are there any department heads that need to present anything? It's not Chief Black. Lieutenant, Captain. Michael, Tim.
No.
Hey, I enjoyed the pageant. Thank you.
Thank you. We got 17 new brothers, so we're happy. We look forward to having them.
There was a crowd of people. How many people totally? How many participants?
It was 17.
Oh, 17. Okay.
A lot of parents, family, and grandparents.
It looked like a mockingbird play out there, they call it a park around me.
We were all just trying to get out there before the next boom hit.
Did you have anything else?
Freedom Fest is July 4th, rain date is the 5th. starts at 4 o'clock and fireworks are at dark.
Now that we've moved the council meeting, everybody can run and do it. Anything else, department heads? Okay, last. No one has anything else? Yes, sir.
I'm here about the nuisance of the weeds and grass that was reported in my yard. In the Monroe Journal, and we sent a letter about 2 weeks later.
Okay.
I didn't hear my name listed, so there's still a problem with 330 convenience time. And I need to know what it is, if there is.
No, there's not. That was at, four
Previous
fifty-five.
one. Okay. So it's resolved on my
Yep.
property.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I received the same letter for 175 Bader Street. And
Last time. So. Yep. That was at 4:55, the public hearing, and I think I spoke with you on the phone today.
no,
I spoke with another lady on the phone.
These are the ones. It was supposed to be a
Yes,
public hearing today, but
Okay,
all of
so
them was
we're-
resolved
Like-
before he
like
could
Paul
actually.
said, if
yeah.
not, you don't need to worry about it.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're sorry for any confusion. What happened, all the issue was resolved with the city, so there was no need to have a public hearing once everything, all the properties were resolved, so. Yes, sir.
One more question. Is it standard why you put all our names in the paper? And I have to have people tell me my name's in the paper rather than sending me a letter. If you got a problem with me, I'm glad to take care of it. But I kind of think it's standard
Well, we don't,
that gets sent in.
it's public information. And the newspaper chooses to publish that. We don't tell them to publish that.
Okay.
It's public information. Anybody at this meeting.
Whatever
has access
discussed.
to that.
Okay.
But thank you both for bringing the properties into compliance. We appreciate that. So we would ask for a motion to adjourn. Then. Take a vote to adjourn the meeting. Road to the council. Everyone second? Second. All in favor?
Oh,